Giving you a lot of coverage on Arizona's Empowerment Scholarship Account program. It lets parents use public education dollars for private school home tuition, homeschool materials, and other approved education expenses. A significant number of families are using that program properly, and they're happy with it. But 12 News has also uncovered instances of misuse.
Lawmakers here have refused to take action to rein it in. But as 12 News journalist Craig Harris reports, a conservative school choice Republican in Florida has seen enough and is ready to add guardrails to their program. Craig?
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Florida State Senator Don Gates made waves earlier this year in the school choice community. That's when he passed legislation in his chamber unanimously with Democrats to make big changes to Florida's voucher program. I visited with him on why he did it and lessons that could be learned here in Arizona.
Here we go.
Months after universal empowerment scholarships passed in 2022, Democrat Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs tried to make reforms. So did Democrats in the legislature. At every turn, the Republican majority said no. But roughly 2,000 miles away, a staunch school choice Republican is trying to fix problems there.
I've been a school choice advocate as long as that issue has been alive in Florida.
Meet longtime Florida State Senator Don Gates, the father of former Congressman Matt Gates.
But what's happened is that the state of Florida today does not know where 45,000 students are. They could be in a private school and we're paying their tuition. They could be in a public school and we're paying their FTE.
So earlier this year, Gates convinced the entire Florida Senate to pass a reform bill that adds more oversight and transparency into how funds are used.
You know, Florida has to make sure that our system works. So we have to fix this in order to save it. If we don't fix it, sooner or later, we're going to have the taxpayers of Florida say, what are y'all doing?
I told Gates about ESA controversies in Arizona, including findings by 12 News Investigates, where ESA dollars bought iPhones, big screen TVs, and lingerie, and how there's no agreement to make changes.
But sometimes politics gets in the way. I think there's a feeling on the part of some of my Republican colleagues that if we start to fix it, that is an admission that there might be something wrong with it.
Closer to home, another candidate for governor is calling for ESA reform.
So there needs to be some scrutiny on this, right?
This is Hugh, who is running as an independent.
And the only way to do that is to create some guidelines, some standards, and some practices and some controls. It's basic.
He's calling for nonpartisan oversight of the ESA program, consistent purchasing guidelines, and phasing out families making over $250,000 a year. Lytle said it's stunning the Department of Education isn't using better technology to stop misspending.
I mean, just think about your own HSA or FSA account. I can't walk into CVS and say, I'm going to go buy, an auto part for when it's there for my health.
In Florida, Gates' bill still needs to pass the House. We also want to remind folks that the majority of ESA families are following the guidelines based on the records we've seen. One audit, though, shows that most of last year shows that 18,000 accounts making at least one unallowed purchases. The total misspending or fraud varies depending on which group of records we get. We're still waiting for more records involving hundreds of millions of dollars of ESA spending. I'm Craig Harris, 12 News.
All right, yeah. It seems like it'd be an easy fix, right? When you're talking about health spending accounts, somebody made the comparison to me saying that she can't buy her contact solution. She wants to do that. But that's not allowed. And when she tries to buy it, it just rejects it.
Yeah, and obviously the technology is available to say you can buy your prescription, you can buy your vitamins, but no, you can't buy your contact solution.
Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is in December of 24, Superintendent Horner allowed anything under $2,000 to automatically get approved, and they want to go back and try to get the money later. And that's where we found all these controversies. And so, like I said, there should be situations there. A lot of folks are calling for reform, and we'll see if the legislature does anything about it.
Yeah, it's a shame the few are ruining it, or at least getting a lot of unnecessary attention for the many that do use it correctly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Craig, thanks.
Thanks, guys.